Merry Maid and welcome. Today we're taking on the Sims Tteokguk. So with this, hopefully I'm pronouncing it all right. I know before I was saying tteokbokki, and so there is a difference. So this is sliced rice cake. You can kind of see it's definitely a different texture. The tteokbokki, how it comes, it's stacked rice cake, which is kind of like the Cheetos Puff. Cheeto Puffs. I don't know how else to say it. Yeah. And so, yeah, so that's just the difference between these. But also, I want to go ahead and say Happy New Year, because this is typically eaten around that time. So I was glad that we're going to be having it around this time. And it is a little experimental, but this came with 3 of these in one of here. So worst case scenario, if I mess up, we will do it again. Okay, so we're going to be following this recipe for the most part, and so we're not doing the beef brisket obviously, but we are going to, I just decided not to replace it because I was against it. So some of these ingredients are, for the portion sizes, are a little bit interesting, but we're just gonna go ahead and jump right into it. I'm gonna get the water boiling and show you all the different ingredients that we're adding into it. Talk to you soon. Merry meet again. So this may look a little anticlimactic. So it calls for 500 milliliters, which is a little bit over 2 cups of water. And yeah, so I mean, I guess this is supposed to be more single portion, but based off how much rice cake, I was really like thinking that it would be more water, but we're just gonna trust the process. So here's the other things. It was a little confusing. We have our dried kelp, and this is kombu, so it's going to help with the broth. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be pulling that out later. Not sure, because seaweed is typically edible, but I didn't make it small enough if it's something for me to eat. I made it kind of big enough for me to pull out if needed. But anyways, it said to use 2 pieces, and it came in like these giant sheets, so I kind of just went based off like other portions. And then it also said 1 piece dried shiitake, and so I ended up doing like a quarter of a cup, but just based off of the water amount and everything else, and the fact that we're supposed to use a full pack of the thing. I did get this right, well, the interpretation. So Welsh onion, or just like spring onion or green onion, however you want to call it. If you don't have that and you happen to have leeks, that would be a fine substitute, I would say. But just adding those extra little bits. I just did the white ends. I'm going to save the green ends for the end. I like a little bit of that raw onion taste. And then so it called for half a piece. I just had 2 green onions, and I technically did a whole piece because I did both of the white ends. We'll see. And then it just says onion a quarter piece, and so I was like, maybe a quarter onion, because the cup sizes didn't make complete sense, and I was like, that's like way too much if that's what it's supposed to be for the mushrooms. So we'll see. This anyways, right now we're going to go ahead, let this boil, get all of those flavors within it. If we were using a beef substitute, that would have gone in here too. I was thinking about maybe soaking some and marinating some portobello mushrooms, and I just ended up not doing that. So this is kind of our other way. We may experiment another time with doing that, but yes, we're just going to get this started. I'm going to rinse the rice cakes themselves, that way once this broth is ready, we can just add those right in, and it's pretty like simple from there. Honestly, this is probably the hardest part, is like making your own broth. And so if you're like don't want to do that part, for sure you don't have to, and just cook up the different elements that you want and heat up the rice cakes kind of like noodles or dumplings is kind of how it feels. We're going to be doing this, but check in with you soon. Merry meet again. So as you can see, we have it boiling, so our broth is getting there. It smells really good, so I'm very happy about that. And I'm just trying to follow this recipe as best as I can. We have rinsed our rice cake. We're now just going to go ahead and add it to the prepared broth, and I'm gonna go ahead, let it cook for a few minutes, and then we're gonna season it with salt and soy sauce. I'm personally gonna add pepper because I love pepper. And you can probably add any other spices that you really want to be incorporated in the broth at that point before we kind of finish it off. So with that, here is our rice cakes. And yeah, I found out the toku part of the Tteokguk and Tteokguk. Hopefully one way I'm saying it is the proper way. And then tteokbokki is that the toku means essentially rice cake. So it was just exciting to kind of like learn that. I'm sure that's just more of a literal translation and there's probably more nuance, but just at least seeing that language come together is exciting. This is also what I mean about the water. Like, that's all it calls for. So it smells good. We're gonna let this be for a couple minutes and then we're gonna come back and season it. Check in with you soon. Merry meet again. So here we are. We did it for a couple of minutes. I've never had this, so I tasted it a couple times, then kept it cooking. So I thought they would soak in the water. I hope you can kind of see they did not soak in the water. So we kind of have the same amount of liquid. So I feel like this makes like a perfect like 2 servings amount. I'm gonna go ahead. I've tasted the broth. It is so good. I'm going to add a little bit of soy sauce. Add a little bit of salt into this. I'm gonna get it mixed in after this. I'm also gonna add a little bit of pepper as well as some chili flakes just because I don't have any other hot sauce right now. If you had chili oil to add after everything, I think that would be so much better than what I'm doing with the chili flakes. But I will check in with you guys once we have it plated and I'll tell you a little bit more about the flavors going on. Talk to you soon. Merry meet again. So here we are. Okay, something crucial just hit me. I could have used tempeh, especially because you can get like smoky tempeh or like vegan bacon tempeh where it's like already got, all that flavor on it. That would be so good, even to just fry it up and put it on after as toppings. But anyways, I'm so excited to eat this. I was going to go for the, the green onion just like ball on top. It literally didn't fall out that way, so it came out this way. So this is what we're gonna do. I still think it looks so pretty. It tastes so good. I did remove the seaweed, and it's crucial though because that is where you're gonna get like all of that really great flavor within the broth itself. I'm excited. The rice cakes themselves are like a little bit chewy, but it's kind of like perfect. I think this is great for the new year. Oh, it did fit in just like one bowl. Like this is just one bowl. So it is like a big serving. I will share that. So this is kind of like definitely something where it's like New Year's Day, having it like early on, like 10 a.m. in the morning, just enjoying yourself, like taking in the day very slowly. And this is like brunch kind of situation. So with that, I'll go ahead and let you guys enjoy your holidays. I want to thank you for being here, and I'm excited for all of the new things that we'll do in the next year. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below anything else that you're wishing to see. And talk to you soon. Bye.